Well, hey guys, well, has it been? I tell you the truth. Let me cut this TV off. I'm up here watching I think it's called Rebel Ridge. They got a lot going on with when you're dealing with good cops, bad cops, and crooks. It's a lot going on. But anyway, well, I think the guy, he's not a crook, but in just general life. So we ain't gonna get into that. So anyway, how's it going, everybody? I feel like I just been out of it. I tell you, it's so much stuff been going on. But you know what? This is going to be a peaceful moment for me. Just dealing with people's lives and things happening in people's lives, sad things. And, just want to be encouragement. But anyway, today it's time to make some more starter. You know how we've been making the bread and everything. And I just put my starter in a bowl and got rid of the other one because it was time to make the starter. But sometimes when you have that starter, you got to make sure you wipe around the edges of the jar really good. The part that you close. I had a small one, but I'm so excited. I'm going to use my big jar. And when I dig down, I don't have to fight to get into the jar. And so the other one evidently the starter was made like a glue. And we could not get it open. So I had to pry it open and I got it open. So anyway, all I was going to do was what we call feed the starter, because the starter, you have to feed it every now and then as it sits in your refrigerator, so that when you get ready to make your bread, you have the starter. You got to have the starter for the sourdough bread. So you also have your little scale. So let me go ahead and get that cut on. Let's see. And you want to get it down to the grams. All right. So it's 0 grams. The cool thing about these scales is every time you put something in, you push it back down to the 0 grams, and all it does is it adds the new adding. Isn't that kind of crazy that it's not adding everything together? It just adds every time you add something new in it. All right, so let me make sure it's on 0. It is. So when you make a starter, well, first of all, my starter came from my friend Devin when we had this cooking class for the sourdough bread. And so she gave us so much, and then we came home and we did what we call feeding the starter. So that's what I'm going to do today. And if you're out there watching Tanya, I know it's got to be time for you to come get some starter, so you could come get some starter tomorrow. So pretty much you make the starter, you put it in your little cup, you cover it, and it rises. And then when it get through rising and everything, you can refrigerate it. And that's all you're going to do. Well, that's what I'm going to do. It's almost like you could kind of forget because I hadn't made it start in a while, but it's time for me to do it and then let it set, because once it gets through rising, then I'm going to replace it with my lid and I'm just going to put it in the refrigerator. Now, if I was going to bake something, then I could get something from that starter and then I would make the recipe. But all I'm doing is I'm doing what they call feeding the starter so that I could keep it going in my refrigerator. And as I give it to friends, then you feed the starter again and you just keep it going, and it just never gives up. Okay, so being that I'm going to use my big jar and I got rid of the other one. Normally, if you had your starter, let me see, you would only add 15 to 20 grams of the starter, which is this, right? And all you're going to do, you would add 35 grams of flour and then 30 grams of your water. So what I'm going to do is, because I know it's going to have a little bit more, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to double that recipe just to have it in my fridge. And then I'm going to, like I said, give some to my friends. So let me turn it this way. And so pretty much I'm going to need, so I'm going to put in 40 grams because I'm going to double the recipe for right now. Let's make sure it's on. Okay. That's almost 40 grams right there. So that's 38, 39, and I just need a little drop more. I feel like I should make it more than that because I don't want to throw away none of my starters. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do the 40 like it says. That made it like 45 a little bit. Take a little bit of it out. Okay. Because I think I'm going to have enough room to double that recipe. Or I might make another jar just for my friend. So I'm going to do that. And then all I need is, so now I need 70 grams of the flour. So to make it easier, I'm just going to pour my flour into this bowl for now. And then I'm going to get my little measuring cup and pull it out from there. All right, so I need 70 grams. Okay, push it back to 0 again. All right. Okay, that's 66. I need a, okay, that's 73. All right, 70 grams. Move that to the side because, like I said, I think I'm gonna probably double it. All right. Well, which means I'm gonna do the double twice. So now I want to get my water. Move some of this out my way. Make a mess. And this time for the water, I'm gonna need 60 grams of the water. I'm gonna pour it in something smaller that I can handle. All right, so I'm gonna push it back to the 0 again. And I need 60. All right. So I need to take a little bit of this water out. Okay. And that is all it is. And so now I'm going to mix it up. And this is what we're going to do to make the starter. So the starter is the product that you need that's got to sit and it's got to, you know, it rises and everything. And that's what you add to your mixture for whenever you do get ready to make your bread and everything like that. Yeah, I got room to do this again because I want to use more in this jar. So let's put it back a little bit. I think I am going to double this again. I got plenty of room for this big old jar to have more starter in it. Look at that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it again for this recipe. And that's the cool thing about, like I said, the it just goes right from 0 from whatever you're putting in. So let me readjust it. I tell you, me and these machines. Okay, there we go. All right, so I'm gonna go back to my start again because look how much I have, a whole bunch. Okay, so let's so I can give some away. Let's just stick to the 40 and I'll just throw the rest away. And be careful when you're rinsing this down your sink. Make sure you really rinse it down because you do not want it to turn to be like glue. All right, so the rest of this I'm just going to throw away. All right. Put it back to 0 again. And then how much did we say? We're going to use 70 of the flour. It's good to have extra paper towels for when you do extra. I don't want none of this flour to get on me. Because I also declared it self-care day. I'm going to go get my pedicure. You know how you always do stuff yourself? I'm going to go get it done today. And then I'm going to a harvest party for my church. And you guys remember how I was dressed up on my birthday? The only one was dressed up like the 70s. Well, that's going to be my outfit for the party. All right, so this time I'm going to put in 70. So let's see. I need 8 grams more. All right, there you go. So now I just need my water again. Let's see. Take it a little bit slower. Remember last second ago I had to take water out. So I need 60. So put it back to the 0 again. There you go. All right, let's mix this up. Add it to our starter. I haven't tried it yet, but some people have made chocolate bread. I've made, I don't know if in your area, if you have a place called Carrabba's. So in our area, we have like a couple of Carrabba's, and I used to love to go to those type of places where you dip the bread into the special oils and the special herbs and everything. And I don't know why I could never think of the herb name every time I get ready to use it. But it's so good when you put the herb, you put like a little bit of salt and you put a little bit of the olive oil, and that's how it brings the flavor out. Add this to my little starter. I can move this over because I don't need to. But it's so good. So one day I actually made it with the bread in my mixture, and it was so good. Because if you ever go back and watch some of the videos, you'll see it in there. And it shows you how to make, you know, we've made homemade pizza. I had when the kids made the pizza. I had one night where the family came over and we had pizza. I'm just gonna do it like this because I don't want to really do too much to it. I just want to mix it together to blend it with my other one. So that's pretty much what you do. And this is what you call a starter. So what it's going to do is it's going to rise. And sometimes it rises like at least halfway. And then it's ready. And you just refrigerate it. So the other lids that I had, the one I threw away, had like the little hole in it. And then you put like the little metal part and close it. Well, this don't have that. So I'm just going to go ahead and just put this on. Now you can watch it like that, or you could get like maybe a rubber band and close it. And all you're gonna do is just sit it down in a nice warm place and let it rise. And that is what you call feeding the starter. So I was doing really good, but whenever I do make these special breads and everything, people love it. But I like making it so I can like give it to my neighbors and stuff like that, or make some pizza, have people over. It's something that I can share, and socialize at the same time. And believe me, when I do make stuff, I get it out of here because I am on a journey for my health and my weight loss. And yeah, bread on your hips do not help equal to weight loss. So anyway, guys, thank you for joining me. I just want to talk to you guys and do my thing at the same time where I talk, right? Instead of just being by myself. All right, I love you all. Thank you guys for taking time to watch the videos. One encouraging thing about my health, I feel like I'm doing good with my health. And y'all know I always working with getting products developed, where if it was hair products or beard oil for the men. So right now I felt like on my journey where I'm at, I found a company I could partner up with and focus on health products like apple cider vinegar, gummies, and I'm gonna have like the different supplements that you have for the shakes and stuff like that. So I'm really excited about it because I can use something for myself as I also encourage other people and help us all business wise at the same time. So it's like killing a few killing a few birds with a stone. So I'm really excited. I'm really excited. But anyway, thank you guys for joining me. And if you guys are keeping up with your starters, it's time to probably feed your starter too. All right, I love you all, and thank you for joining me on another episode of A Sister's Trust.